Good morning and welcome from Turkey. I actually can't believe that we are here and I got quite a story to tell you guys. But before we are jumping into the story how we got to Turkey, I just wanted to apologize if I sound cranky or if I sound nasal. I think I catched a cold when I still was home and I was feeling a bit off for a couple of days, but the day before we left it was everything fine again, and now I feel like it's coming through again, like my nose is very stuffy, but otherwise I'm feeling very good, so I hope it will not get worse. How we ended up in Turkey. It was our plan to come to Turkey first of all, but our drive to the airport was crazy. Like, it took us 7 hours to get to the airport. I was afraid that we would not catch our flight, but we were lucky in this whole situation because we left the night before our flight was in the morning, because we said, okay, anything can happen. It did. 60 kilometers from the airport, like 1 hour drive away, we got a flat tire just out of nowhere, and we were lucky again because there was a gas station and we had to wait like 1.5 hours for someone actually tell us how we can continue our road to the airport, and the car got picked up with us and we were brought to a train station. It was in the middle of the night, it was like at 10:30. We were brought to a train station where we fetched a train to Munich, and from there we got a taxi to the airport, which costed us a ton of money, which I'm hoping we get refunded for, but we'll see. So that was our drive to the airport, and we arrived in Turkey yesterday in the morning, and we basically used the day to sleep first of all because we had to catch up on sleep. I was so tired the night before. I think I slept like 1.5 hours, and so yeah, we were at the pool, I was reading, and we were exploring a little bit of our neighborhood and of a beach front not that far away from here. So our neighborhood is very, very pretty, it's very cozy, and it has a lot of greenery. I will definitely link everything I find very good down below. But then we went to the beachfront, and holy moly, it's very, very touristy. Like, I knew that Bodrum was a touristic area, but I didn't expect that much hotels right next to each other with that much sun chairs at the seafront. It's very flashy, it's very expensive. It's like more expensive than Austria, and I'm like, well, it was a bit much for me, so I'm very happy that we're staying in this neighborhood where we are currently. There are barely any tourists here. Like yesterday our hotel was full, but otherwise you can't really see a lot of people on the streets, which I find very nice. And we actually moved rooms because we have gotten a very, very small room yesterday. The hotel was full, and the guy told us today we can move, the hotel is not full anymore, and we can have a much, much nicer and comfier room, which I will show you in a minute. I love so much when there are trees in front of the windows and balconies, and there are a lot of trees here. So yeah, I'm so happy that we are here and to get a little bit of sunshine before the long, long winter arrives to Austria, and just to calm my nervous system a little bit, you know. Today we are just planning this next couple of days. We decided to get out of Bodrum and to go to the more rural side of Turkey and to explore some fisherman villages. And there are a lot of ancient ruins here from the Roman Empire time, and we definitely want to do that just to see a bit more of the history of Turkey and try the local dishes and to get to this authentic side of Turkey. That's what I'm here for. So that's our plan, and Mate just went for a run, but we will continue to plan our next days. We have already rented a motorbike for the next 2 days, and after that we are renting a car for 3 days. stay here if you want, and let's jump right into our Turkey holiday. I wanted to show you the room really quickly before we move in completely, like for the next week. If you come in, here is the bathroom. Hi! A very small, very cute bathroom with a window right there. Here is a balcony and our bed. And here's actually an extra room which we are going to use for our clothes and stuff. So we just got this new room. The other one was much smaller, and I'm so happy about it. And the view. Hey Mate! Hi! The pool.
We find ourselves starting from scratch, brick by brick. No path carved out for us now. The brush is thick. All I'm asking now, don't give up on love. Don't give up. Don't give up on love.
Finalmente.
I know that you're tired, my love, but please don't go. There's valleys and mountain tops on this rocky road.
Good morning. It's currently Tuesday, and yesterday we were only at the beach and in the city of Bodrum because we couldn't pick up our motorbike, which was a pity. But today we are renting a car for 2 days and we are going to explore the more historic sites of Turkey, which I'm really excited about. And also, excuse my hair situation, but there is no shampoo in the hotel and I just simply don't have the time right now to pick up shampoo and wash my hair because we are in a hurry to pick up the car. I just have to live with it and try to fix it as much as I can to look okay. But yeah, this is the plan, and I'm not sure if you're going to come home for the night or if you're staying somewhere else. We will see. So yeah, I'm just going to finish packing and head out. And I'm so excited to see the other faces of Turkey. So I think we will have a very beautiful day. We made a little list of places to see while we had the car, and the first stop was Gümüslük. The road there was already beautiful and we just kept pointing at things like, look at that. Even though we have already seen 100 of bays and 100 of hills, still this place holds a kind of magic which is indescribable. Gümüslük is a small fisherman's village just outside of Bodrum, and a super kind local told us not to skip it. The moment we arrived, honestly, our jaws dropped. The whole place feels like the sea is the main character. It's very calm and has an almost unreal aesthetics to it. You see these colorful hanging lamps everywhere here. They look like butternut squash, but they are actually dried gourds carved and painted into Turkish lanterns. They give the whole village this dreamy, handmade charm. The sunken path you can see is an ancient road that once connected the mainland to Rabbit Island. When the tide is low, you can actually walk all the way out to that little island in the back. It was also pretty windy that day. I tried, but in the end I skipped swimming. Mate went straight in, of course, and I did enjoy the sunshine, and we even got company from this cute little dog who decided to hang out with us. What are you doing? The sun was already pretty low on the horizon, but Matti had found this ancient city on the outskirts of Bodrum. The road to the parking spot is narrow but manageable, and from there a steep path winds up to the ruins. It gets quieter, windier, and suddenly you're surrounded by stone walls and rocks that have been here for thousands of years. It's a kőtenger one. To the watchtower. Ooh, these are spiky. Láttad? It's white, hand touched it felt. No crowds, just open views over the hills and the sea, but I let the pictures do the talking now. I definitely recommend visiting these ruins, but be more cautious than we were. As we started the descent, we suddenly heard strange, heavy noises from the bushes right next to us. We immediately ran back up the hill, and I was genuinely frightened, but we made it back to the car safe and sound. Either a bear or a boar.
Nice. You survived?
We have just arrived to this beautiful lake, and you can see it in the background. It's nothing what I've seen before in my life. This place is so surreal. Like these stony mountains right beside me, and this lake, and this very little, very small village. So I just told Mate I wanted rural Turkey. I wanted to experience rural Turkey, and now I experience it to the fullest because there is literally no one here. The road which led here was very bumpy, but I'm happy that we made it, and this is where I love to travel for these moments. Oh, I feel so peaceful here, and anytime I'm surrounded by olive trees, I have this feeling of being so peaceful and so calm, and I think they have this very special energy which calm you down. At least that's the case for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go and explore the monastery there. Mate is also somewhere there. And then we will continue our way. I actually made a Google map thing with all of the sites we want to explore, and I think I will link it down below so you can use it whenever you're also in Spain. I just love this Google Maps feature, so I'm very afraid was here while I'm traveling, so it's very helpful. But enough talking, I'm just gonna go and explore. See you later. We hiked up toward the ruins above the lake, and the view kept opening wider and wider. Stones, water, mountains, all layered like a painting. Walking around those ancient walls with no one else there felt surreal, almost like stumbling into a forgotten world. We wandered around slowly, filming corners and textures and the way the light hit the stones. There is no noise except the wind and the occasional bird, and it really feels like you've stepped out of the present for a moment. It's simple, untouched, but so strangely moving. After soaking in that calm, we continued our drive to something far more dramatic, Ephesus. And honestly, nothing prepares you for it. You've seen the photos, but standing there, you feel the weight of a city that once ruled its whole corner of the ancient world. This was one of the great cities of the Roman Empire, a place where 250,000 people lived at its peak. You walk along the streets knowing emperors, merchants, philosophers, and travelers passed over the same stones. The scale hits you immediately. The Library of Celsus rising like a carved jewel, the Grand Theatre that had 25,000 spectators, and temples, the baths, the mosaics, everything feels oversized, like humans used to dream bigger. And as you keep walking, you start hearing echoes, not literal ones, but the hum of a city that was alive for thousands of years. Markets opening at dawn, actors performing in the theater, sailors arriving from the ports, scholars debating in shaded courtyards. It's wild how the ruins still hold that energy, that pulse. Ephesus is one of those places that snaps you out of your whole timeline. It makes you feel tiny and connected at the same time. A reminder that the world is so much older, richer, and more layered than we usually remember.
The fall is coming, I can feel it. The breeze brings goosebumps to my skin. Tonight the whiskey feels stronger. Gasoline on hidden desires. So I'll throw
We wanted to go to a beach, not far away. I can actually see it in the background, but the road there was very tricky. So we decided to turn and look for another beach because we just didn't want to risk it. And purchase me a cigarette, he said. And now we're just taking a short pause before we are continuing our ride. But look at this. There is the actual beach somewhere hidden between the caves. And there's a little village.
Milyen tiszta víz.
another vice. Grab my old lighter. This cigar helps me slow down. Thinking back to all I loved and lost. My heart is full and aching.
leaving the voiceover here, especially in the beginning, because it was way too windy and honestly the sound was a bit painful to listen to. So after we turned around, I gave in and looked up a different beach on maps, and then something strange happened. It guided us to a completely different beach and we didn't realize it until we were almost there, Navi telling us to turn around. I'm so grateful we didn't. This place ended up being my absolute favorite spot on our whole trip in Turkey. Crystal clear water, just the two of us on the beach, a few people on nearby sailing boats, fishermen, and of course cats wandering around. I just sat there listening to the waves and couldn't really find the words for how grateful I am to be able to travel to see places like this. I've been dreaming about holidays for so long. I already really started traveling in my mid-20s and it has taught me a lot about patience, curiosity, and how small moments can feel enormous when you let yourself truly be present. Traveling shows you how much the world is waiting to surprise you, and sometimes the best places are the ones you stumble upon by accident. I was reflecting on thoughts like this and writing them down, and I was also talking about how I want to keep writing during our trip, and I also wanted to share the two books I brought on the trip. The first one is Salt on Your Tongue. This was a Christmas gift last year from Mati, and I first brought this book to Spain with us on a holiday because I thought it was matched the scenery. But this book is actually set in England and Scotland, and the atmosphere is much more colder. I still wanted to bring it, but I probably would save it for autumn/winter. And also I have The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera. A friend of us told me that he thinks I would love this book. So I'm actually already quite far into this book, and I can say I find it very interesting. It's very different from what I normally read, especially the topic is not something I find very sympathetic. But I think that's also the point of writing. Like, if I would just read around my bubble, and if I would read books which I know the people and I can relate to, I think my bubble, I would just stay in a bubble, and I don't want that. So I want to expand my horizon, and this book definitely does this. We are following Thomas, and he's a womanizer. He can't stay faithful to his wife, and we are just reading about his experiences surrounding that. I'm just looking because I see Michael coming. The book about in a nutshell. I just want to avoid giving you any spoilers.
The fall is coming, I can feel it. The breeze brings goosebumps to my skin. Tonight the whiskey feels stronger. Gasoline on hidden desires. So I'll throw
We started the next day really slow, a quiet morning by the pool, reading, sun on our skin, no rush at all, just a cup of coffee and some tea, and the rare kind of peace you only get when you're on holiday.
Later, after returning our car, we headed into Bodrum to wander a little bit and explore more of the city. One of the places we stopped by and loved was Han 1771, this little garden hidden away behind the streets. It's full of small studios, artists, handmade things like ceramics, textiles, jewelry, everything with its own personality. I could have spent the whole day here. We spent the afternoon just walking, exploring, naturally following a plan, letting the city surprise us a bit. On our last full day in Turkey, we decided to take a boat tour, hopping between different bays and islands, soaking in the sea one last time before heading back to Austria. It was the perfect way to end the trip. The sun, the water, everything felt so magical around us. I'm really sensitive to cold water, I would say, and even I was able to go into the sea for a swim. Turkey really made it onto my list of favorite places on earth, and I could already feel myself dreaming about coming back one day, exploring even more and finding new corners of this incredible country. So maybe see you next time, Turkey.